So the other day I came across this post on Reddit that talks about a new ARG that started on Rezz's record label, Hypnovizion. If you've already seen my Death Pact Part 1 video, then you already know how fascinated I am by mysterious artist projects and ARGs, so this one definitely caught my attention. First off, I want to give a shout out to Base Ponder on Reddit for putting this post together to help people get started with the ARG, because otherwise I wouldn't have even known about it. So they came across this post on Hypnovizion's Instagram, which seems to be announcing a new project called AZRUM, and a song was released under the name called No Escape Prologue. Hypnovizion's Twitter account also retweeted 3 tweets from AZRUM in early October, and the first of which shows this video.
Gray Software is bringing you the next breakthrough in video gaming. AZRUM. Find yourself in a white-knuckle experience. Fight through waves of terrifying enemies that will truly electrify your local arcade. With the sharpest and most colorful CRT monitor ever, you will begin AZRUM's mysterious world. You can recruit your friends to help you on your quest to defeat AZRUM. Test yourself in the game of tomorrow. Here today. Will you be the hero?
One weird thing about the tweet is that it says, "Will you be the hero this Friday, October 4th, 1985. So it's speaking as if in present tense, but the date is obviously from 39 years ago. So from there, if you go to AZRUM's Twitter profile, their very first tweet was this kind of weird cryptic video, and it says "Start here." The Reddit user took the audio from the video and then ran it through a spectrogram, and the words "no escape" and "gray" came up. For whatever reason, audio steganography always seems to pop up in these ARGs, and I don't even know how people come up with the idea to do this, but it's something that has been used in Death Pact's ARG as well. But anyways, if you go over to AZRUM's Instagram, they have an account tagged in their bio called Gray Software Inc., and then if you click on that account, they have a website in their bio. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can look through on the website, and one of those things is a biography about Gray Industries founder, Robert Bobby Gray, which is kind of giving me Dr. Walter Gibbs vibes, who was the founder of Incom and Tron. Alright, so next, if you click on the Products tab, it shows different products developed by Gray Industries, like the Gray OS operating system, a game console called Mindwave, some sort of communication software called Graycom, an energy management tool called PulseSync, an analytics tool called Neuroscope, and music listening software called WaveSync. The last tab on the website says Careers, and from there it has some more links as well as an employee login and a link that says Apply Now. Another user on Reddit who originally commented on that first post found that if you apply for a job, then you get login credentials, which allows you to access an employee page where you can then download 3 different files. So I went ahead and then applied for the position of Research Scientist Cognitive Systems. I'm not really sure if the position you apply for changes the outcome, but let me know in the comments if you apply for a different position and then get something different than me. Anyways, within a few minutes, I got an email saying that I got the job, so I guess their employment standards are pretty low. From there, I put in my employee login credentials, which took me to this page, and here at the bottom are the 3 files that they talked about in the Reddit post. The first file is a letter talking about some NDA that I apparently signed when I applied for the job, but I am most definitely breaking that by putting out this video, so I may get sued, but we'll see what happens. The second file is the employee code of conduct, and the third is an employee handbook, and apparently I just signed myself up for a full-blown 9-to-5 with only a 30-minute lunch break, but at least I get health insurance, paid vacation, and a 401k. So after looking through those files, if we go back to the login dashboard, there are 2 other links. One says private files and the other is Luke Dawes user files, but if you click on either of those, you just get a message saying that you aren't authorized to view them. Both of those pages do have an IT support email though, so I guess I'm just gonna send them an email and then see if that does anything. Anyways, on the Reddit post, the original poster found a new website, which is called dawesarcade.com, which has more stuff to look through, including games they have at the arcade and a write-up about the founder of Dawes Arcade, Luke Dawes. If you click on the blog link in the top right, it brings you to this post dated October 5th, 1985, which says that Luke Dawes is missing. According to this, he was in the arcade playing the game AZRUM when he passed out and then went to the hospital, which was where he disappeared. So maybe the whole objective of the ARG is to find Luke, or it could just be the next step in the puzzle. Another Reddit user noticed that at the end of the blog, it says, "Luke, if you can read this, please /come home soon." And they pointed out that the formatting of "come home soon" is peculiar, so it might be useful at some point later on in the ARG, but we'll see. Anyways, there's also a second blog post from Luke himself that was made 2 days prior on October 3rd, 1985, and it says that they're just hours away from launching a new game at the arcade called AZRUM. One part of the post says, "I've been playing games my whole life, but this one feels different. There's an energy to it that I haven't felt in a long time, something new and unpredictable. I've heard some whispers about how the game was developed, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but I think a few old friends of mine from my time at Gray Software might have had a hand in this project. I haven't spoken to them in years, but it wouldn't shock me if they've cooked up something special." So that's everything that's been documented on that specific Reddit post so far, and the user BasePonder also created an AZRUM subreddit as a hub for people to post their findings in regards to the ARG. Another Reddit user made a post in the AZRUM subreddit about how if you go to the Dawes arcade website and add /come home soon to the end of the domain, it brings you to this page. If you look at the code of the page, it gives you a message that begins with, "Look closely, for the answer lies in the first steps of every journey." Now the page looks mostly blank, but if you drag over the page with your cursor, then you can actually copy hidden text, which then gives you a clue to the real story of what happened to Luke. So basically, if you copy the text and then paste it into something readable, then you'll see this long story, and some of the sentences are in bold letters, and if you take the first letter of each of those bold sentences, then you get token. So the user who found this tried to use it as a password to log into Luke Dawes' employee account, and it actually worked. So from there, you can go to Luke Dawes' user files, which contains 7 different text files that appear to be diary or journal entries written by Luke. He appears to be in distress in these entries, and he frequently mentions Robert, also known as Robert Gray, the founder of Gray Software. So it seems like the next step would be to access Robert's account if we can find the password, but I don't think anyone has actually gotten to that point yet. So there's clearly some sort of connection to Rezz going on here, since this whole thing is being put on by her record label Hypnovizion, but it's too mysterious to tell exactly what it is. I mean, it seems like a new artist project, obviously, but what I want to know is, is it some sort of side project that Rezz is doing herself, or is it like the side project of another Hypnovizion artist, or maybe an entirely new artist altogether? Anyways, I would be curious to hear what everyone's opinions are on what or who you think it might be, but I'll definitely be keeping up with this project moving forward, and I might make another video if any big revelations come out in the future. But anyways, yeah, this was just too interesting to pass up, so I had to make a video on it.